It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Rich Giolella Field on the campus of Steinert High School, we welcome you to the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals here on WBCB, where today the 10th-seeded Steinert Spartans, they're going to be the road team here against the number 2 Brick Memorial Mustangs. Steinert comes in with a record of 14-12. They've been hot, winners of 7 of their last 9. As for Brick Memorial, they are 20-6, the Shore A South Division champions here in this quarterfinal matchup. And a pleasant good afternoon to everybody. My name's Jordan Hirsch. I'm joined by the Mercer County Hall of Famer, Rich Fisher. And Fish, Steinert, they were able to pick up the upset win over Colts Neck on Tuesday in the first round, and now they're going to send Chris Samanka, who's been one of their better starters this season, to the mound facing Brick Memorial, who probably has one of the better offenses of any public school in the state.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, how about Steinert? They spring the upset in the first round, and then they get a home game in the second round just because they have a tarp and they kept their field dry and Brick's field could not be played on. So that's why the game was switched here, and obviously Brick's still the home team. But, yeah, interesting matchup. 2 sophomores going against each other today. Zach Piernick, they got by. Zach Piernick he started against Freehold Borough in their first round game on May 27th, and he got through 4 innings on just 44 pitches. So even though it was just 3 days ago, he can come back and pitch again today. And this kid's a heck of a pitcher. I mean, a 1.80 ERA, averaging a strikeout an inning, 42 Ks in 42 2/3 innings, only walked 15. I didn't have time to look up his one loss. I don't know if you had time to do that. Yeah, I mean, so there you go with that. And then you got, like you said, Chris Samanka, and he has been, this is the biggest start of his young career. He's got a 2.62 ERA. He's a contact pitcher, so Steinert needs to be good with the leather today. And really, he's just had one bad outing this year when he allowed 4 runs in 1 inning against Notre Dame, 4 runs in the first. Other than that, he's been solid. As you mentioned, the Mustangs punished the ball. 372 team average, 490 slugging percentage, 4 starters, either over or just below 400, 11 homers, 50 doubles, great speed, 79 stolen bases. And then if Pernick falters, they've got some really good arms to back him up. Look, Brick Township's coming in here feeling really good about itself. They've won 20 games for the first time in over 15 years. NJ.com doesn't go past 2010. The most they've had between now and then was 17 the previous 2 years. They won the Shore Conference Tournament title on Sunday night against a really, really good Red Bank Catholic team. They had to... They had to hang on for that one. They were up 8-5 in the 7th, and Red Bank had the I forget if it was the bases loaded or 2 men on, but they scored twice, and then they got the save. But that's the first time they've won the Shore Conference Tournament since 1990. So this team is feeling good.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, Call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, the Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, the New Jersey Education Association, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Italian People's Bakery, Haldeman Ford, the Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, Chris's Auto Body, Mercer County Republicans, Mako of Ewing, and Bob Hope's Auto Repair. We are at Steinert High School, but the Spartans are the road team today, and they line up like this. It's the center fielder, Dom DeFrancis, leading it off, followed by shortstop Joey Ditta and designated hitter Caden Hurley. The right fielder, Jack Pirelli, bats fourth, followed by left fielder Eric Green and first baseman Peter Simone. The bottom three, the catcher Vinny Condurso, second baseman Gavin Giolella, and the third baseman is Jace Marr. If that lineup sounds familiar, it's because it should. It's the exact same lineup that Brian Giolella rolled out there on Tuesday in Steinert's 5-1 win over Colts-Neck. And they've got a real tough customer out on the mound today to face, in the sophomore Zach Pernick. Fishy, we're talking about him before we stepped aside there for the national anthem. Comes in sporting a 1.80 ERA. That's second on the team. First among pitchers who've thrown 15 or more innings this season. He's walked just 15 and struck out 42 batters in 42 and 2/3 innings.
Yes, and as we were off the air, I was bombarded from 3 different people telling me it's Pernick, not Piernick. So everybody, I got it. It's Pernick.
There are some interesting pronunciations on this Brick Memorial team that we're going to get to as this game goes along.
And Jordan, tell them what you told me off the air.
Also, Brick Memorial, they're 20-6 this season. This is, in fact, their first 20-win season in program history, and they feel they've got as good of a shot as anybody in this tournament.
Yes.
Dom DeFrancis digs in to lead it off, and the first pitch of the day is a breaking ball, cut on and miss.
I'll tell you what, with this kid's build, he does not look like a sophomore, does he? He looks like he's ready to head to college.
Yeah, he's got a real menacing frame out there on the mound.
Yeah, I don't know how tall he is, but he's up there.
Let's see, we've got one pitch and we've got one bout of confusion, but we're back. Dom DeFrancis this season, he's really turned his year around as it's gone along, as he cuts and misses at that slider. Hitting .362, he's a team leader in average on-base percentage, OPS, and of course slugging percentage as well. His OPS is at .959.
Well, Steinert's offense has just turned it around, completely since May 7th. We know their offensive struggles were well documented here. They were languishing at like 200 for much of the year, up to 247 now. And
1-2 pitch from Pernick is fly towards center field. Coming in on it is Jimmy Pop, and he makes the grab for the first out.
Since May 7th, they've been averaging 5.5 runs per game. So it's no surprise, as you mentioned, they've won 7 and 9 in 4 of their last 5. And I mean, we kept saying if this team could score 5 runs with the pitching they have, they'll win. And now they're scoring 5 runs and they're winning. So how about us?
Hey, maybe we should head down to the analytics department.
Yeah, exactly.
Ditta takes a first pitch, slider on the inside corner, and he is shocked that pitch was called a strike. Joey Ditta had a pretty frustrating day against Colts-Neck on Tuesday, and his day today does not start that well for him. No balls and 1 strike the count. The offering from Pernick, cut on and missed 0-2. Yeah, Steinert, they've won 7 of their last 9 games, 7 wins. It's the most in a 9-game span for them since April through early May of 2023. They scored 57 runs during these 9 games. As Ditta takes down and in, it's a ball and 2 strikes. 57 runs in the last 9. They had scored 59 runs in their first 17.
Yeah, how about that, right?
An offense that has come to life since the calendar flipped to May. This one shot foul. It remains 1-2. And they're facing Pernick today, who really ever since his first start of the season has been nearly untouchable. He allowed 4 earned runs in 2 innings against Christian Brothers on opening day, and since then he's allowed just 7 earned runs in 40 2/3 innings.
Yep, and certainly didn't let the pressure bother him in that first round of the states. And you know, guys got confidence in you when you're starting the first game of the states.
Again out towards center. Pop going back towards the alley to put it away, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, a little bit of wind blowing today, and that's one thing. A team that doesn't play here much. I don't know if Brick's ever played here, Brick Memorial, but sometimes these winds can be a little tricky here, so that's something to watch.
Yeah, a lot of room out there in center field. And so far, Fish, it seems that it's been slider, slider, slider for Pernick.
Yep.
Averages about a strikeout per inning, as Caden Hurley, one of the hottest hitters on this team, takes a fastball that's below the knees. And Caden Hurley, in his last 10 games, his average is at .591. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. 13 for 22 during that stretch. He has 3 multi-hit games as well, after having just 1 previously the entire year. This one sent towards left field. Gavin McHugh, the left fielder, ranges back and makes the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning all through the air for Pernick out there on the mound. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score between Steinert and Brick Memorial.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Steinert went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first, and now it will be Chris Samanka taking the mound, and here's the lineup he's going to face today for Brick Memorial. Leading it off is the shortstop Tyler Garbushian, followed by catcher Joe McGlynn, first baseman Dan Golombeski. The third baseman Braden Nalducci bats 4th. Center fielder Jimmy Pop is 5th, and right fielder Michael Figner is 6th. The bottom 3, the designated hitter Luke Douglas, second baseman Dan Popovich, and the left fielder Gavin McHugh. And Tyler Garbushian, one of those players that you mentioned, Fish, who's hovering right around 400 this season, hitting .361. He digs in from the right side. The first pitch from Samanka is a fastball shot the other way. Giolella ranging to his left, and it goes right underneath his glove. It'll be a leadoff single for Garbushian. The throw-in gets away, but backed up by Ditta, and he'll hold up there at first.
Didn't waste any time.
Now
First
batting
pitch
for Brick
swinging.
Memorial, the catcher, number 5, Joe McGlynn.
And watch out for Garbushian. He swiped 16.
It's tied for the team lead. Joe McGlynn digs in. One of the hottest hitters for this Mustang squad. He's hit in 11 of his last 12. He's batting .588 during that span. There you go. Check on the runner at first. Garbushian's back. Joe McGlynn, in his last 12 games, 20 for 34 with a home run, 4 doubles, and 8 RBIs. First pitch swinging here. He pops it foul.
Yeah, and you know, when you have a team that can run, that just makes your hitters that much more effective because you always got pitchers are constantly, you know, kind of concerning themselves with the runners, and that, you know, I'm not saying it happens all the time, but you might get a guy to groove it a little bit, or maybe throw more fastballs than he wants to try and keep him on base. It sort of has a trickle-down effect sometimes.
And of course, Garbushian probably able to benefit from some of the hitters that stand in behind him in this lineup.
Yeah.
Does not go, and the pitch is lined straight back. It's 0-2. Joe McGlynn overall this season, the team leader in average, he's batting .512. 42 hits, that leads the team. This is a guy who hit just .250 last season. His average is more than double what it was last year. Behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Samanka. Got him looking. Fastball in the outside corner, and there's 1 away.
Well, that's got to make Samanka feel good after you give up a leadoff hit, and then you got a .500 hitter back up there.
Here's Dan Golembieski.
I thought it was Golembeski. The I and the W were silent. You told me that.
That's what I had originally heard, but our PA man here went Golembieski, and I want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Okay. I'm just going by my college roommate, Jim Golembeski, who spelled it exactly like this. I guess everybody's different.
Back-to-back checks on the runner over there at first.
You could call him Golembiuski.
That I know is wrong. I know they said certainly the silent W. Runner goes, pitch is taken down low, throw to second is wide, and a nice play by Dida to save it from going into center. Stolen base number 17 for Garbushian. He takes over the team lead all by himself. Braden Nalducci, by the way, who's in the on-deck circle, he also has 16.
It's great. I'll tell you what, when you can have speed in high school, it's a great attribute. Because it's, again, it's a way to sort of get everybody unsettled out there. You know, these aren't major league guys that have been through, these are high school kids. And, you know, we saw for years Hamilton West do it with their running game. And Steinert does it a little bit, but I mean, this team, they got a lot of speed.
1-0 pitch is down and away.
And power.
Yeah, Golembieski certainly fits that build. 6 home runs on the year, 6 of his team's 11.
Here's another big one. He's got some big guys on this team.
Yeah, Golembieski is committed to Penn State Berks. Riding a 3-game hit streak, 4 for his last 7. Pitch from Samanka, shot right back where it came from. That's a base hit. Garbushian can fly. He's easily going to score. And Dan Golembieski gets Brick Memorial on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, he took that pitch right back up the middle. Nothing they could do about it. Once Samanka couldn't get a glove on it, it was hit hard enough to get through. And Garbushian he wasn't stopping.
That'll bring up Braden Nalducci. This is a Brick Memorial team. They average just under 8 runs per game, 7.7 to be exact, which is 5th in the Shore Conference out of 46 teams. Runner goes and stops. Pitch is popped up. Dida doesn't have to move very far to get this one, and there's 2 down. It's a big out right there. Get the cleanup hitter on the first pitch after you give up the first run of the game.
You look at this lineup, and every time you get an out, you're going to say, well, that's a big out. Every guy's hitting a million.
Yeah, Jimmy Pop, he's another one of those studs on this team, hitting .397. Batting in the 5th position.
He's got pop in his bat.
Some good wordplay. I don't know how you came up with that one, Fish.
Genius. Interesting spelling of his first name, Jimi.
Now he squares and he takes down low. Guess you have that luxury when, you know, Pop hitting 397, but he's not in the top 3 on his team. He can try to drop down a bunt.
Yeah.
There are 4 qualified hitters, the top 4 qualified hitters for Brick Memorials. Pop sends this one in the air off of first and foul out of play. The top 4 hitters for Brick Memorial, all of them would rank first for Steinert. Like you mentioned in the pregame, right? Team average 372.
Yeah, that's in a slug of what, 460 or something.
Runner goes, pitches fisted towards shallow right, coming in on it, Pirelli going out, Giolella, and he puts it away to end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left for Brick Memorial. We go to the second, 1-0 Mustangs in front here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, president of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. You can visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes is proud to sponsor today's game and hopes you enjoy it. 2025 summer camp registration is open now. Many camp options are available in July. Visit hdsdnj.com to view available camps and to register. And Hamilton Township School District Fall 2025 kindergarten virtual registration is now open. You can visit htsdnj.org to register. We go to the second inning. Steinert trailing 1-0 on their home field as the road team in this 10-2 quarterfinal matchup. Jack Pirelli will lead off the second, facing Zach Pernick, who worked a 1-2-3 inning in the first. And a first pitch breaking ball to Pirelli rides high. Steinert dug out alive and well as normal. Pirelli ropes this one into right field. That's down for a hit. He was really hustling down that first base line. Thought maybe Michael Figner in right was going to try to throw to first.
Now batting for the Spartans, left fielder number 8, Eric Green.
The old softball play.
Now we can hear you. So here's Eric Green. Eric Green this season hitting .297 in 37 at-bats. Went 1 for 2. Got thrown out the plate twice against Colts Neck on Tuesday. First pitch breaking ball that might have slipped out of the left hand of Pernick. It's 1-0. Eric Green's really been a revelation for the Steinert squad. Had to sit out the first part of the season as a transfer from Pennsbury across the bridge. Come in hitting just under 300. Fastball in the inside corner, 1-1. Saw Green mostly used as a designated hitter throughout the regular season, but with Caden Hurley playing as well as he's been, Brian Giolella has been forced to put him in that designated hitter spot and move Green out to left. 1-1 is sliced foul down the right field line. Jack Pirelli, last at bat, extended that hit streak to 7. He's over at first. This one's a slow chopper left side of the infield, charging Nalducci across the diamond, and that's a slick play to pick up the first out.
Yeah, it is. Now you guess they can consider that a sacrifice bunt, even though it's a fielder's choice.
Puts the tying run out there in scoring position, and here comes Peter Simone.
Number 16, first
It's a very
baseman,
similar
Peter Simone.
situation that Steinert was in against Koltzneck in the first round. It was the bottom of the lineup that really provided the spark. The 6 through 9 hitters went 4 for 10 with 4 RBIs in that game. The Spartans, they fell behind 1-0, and then they struck right back.
Yeah, Mason Grant pitched a gem, huh?
It was his 5th complete game of the season. This one's bounced over the head of the pitcher, charging the shortstop Garbushian, and he's able to get it across the first just in time to beat Simone.
A couple nice plays here by the left side of their infield, so we know they can hit, we know they can run, we know they can pitch. It looks like they can pick it pretty good, too.
And now Vinny Condurso, who got robbed of 2 RBIs back on Tuesday. He was the guy at the plate when Green got thrown out at the plate both times. And now he's got that runner 90 feet away here in the second. Takes the first pitch and it rides high for ball 1. Condurso not in there for the offense, just 3 for 29 this year. He squares, the ball gets away. Here comes Pirelli for the plate. He's going to score.
Hit him.
Oh, they're going to say it hit him.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pirelli's going to have to go back.
Yeah,
He's
well,
celebrating.
Yeah.
And now he just realized it. Condurso, he was doing everything he could to try to get out of the way of that.
Yeah.
And now John Copera is going to go be the courtesy runner. That's a break for the Mustangs.
Yeah, because it didn't hit him by much.
Just a glancing blow.
Number 5, second baseman, Gavin Giolella.
So here's Gavin Giolella. Got a chance to talk to him after Tuesday's game as our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. Gave the Spartans the lead with an RBI single, 2-out RBI single in the 4th inning on Tuesday.
Yeah, you wonder if he picked up some confidence in that game, maybe carries over today. It's kind of been a season-long struggle for him, so to break out in the tournament game has got to do wonders for your confidence.
And Giolella entered that game hitting 154. He is 3 for his last 8. A chance to tie this game up. Oh, now they got the runner picked off. Here's a throw down to second. The tag is applied in time. Pirelli was coming for the plate, but he was too late, and a nice play by the right side of this Mustangs infield.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Copera should have just put on the brakes and tried to get into the rundown and give Pirelli a chance to score. And I'm wondering if that might even have been the play. And maybe a sign was missed there or something, because that was, you got that guy on third. You don't want to just a straight steal like that.
Well, it remains 1-0 Brick Memorial as we go to the bottom of the second. Here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Join the Hamilton Township School District for their pop-up schoolhouse events. Each event is open to the entire HTSD community. It'll be August 6th at Sayin Elementary, August 12th at Cooser Elementary, August 19th at Wilson Elementary, and September 9th at Greenwood Elementary. The class of 2025 is being celebrated on Hamilton Township School District Decision Day. It was yesterday for Steinert, May 29th. It'll be at Hamilton West June 4th and Nottingham on June 5th. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. The staff of the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. You can visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility.
And we were informed off the air from one of Steinert's coaches, Mike Sapansky, who's doing the PR work today. That was a straight steal. So I don't want to be saying a player missed a sign when he didn't. That was a straight steal, and they just threw him out.
Brick Memorial got bailed out twice in that inning with the hit by pitch, right? And then Copera getting picked off there at first. They hold the 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Mustangs. It'll be Michael Figner, Luke Douglas, and Dan Popovich. Michael Figner this season hitting .286, 14 hits and 49 at-bats. First pitch to Figner, swing and a miss.
So, Jordan, do you know what area sports celebrity is a graduate of Brick Memorial?
I do not.
Oh. Well, that's our Toyota trivia question.
Check back in the 5th inning for the answer.
No, I'll tell you now. Even though he's good at giving those trivia questions, Tom McCarthy, Phillies broadcaster.
How about that?
Yes, Brick Memorial grad, proud Brick Memorial grad.
Pirelli into foul territory for this one. Couldn't haul it in.
Got the glove on it. Not quite sure what happened there, if he just took his eye off it.
Certainly had a chance of that ball. Had to lay out. Probably one thing you can't do against this Brick Memorial squad, averaging just under 8 runs per game, is give them extra outs.
Nope. By the way, Tyler Garbushian in that first inning.
This one's shot through the left side for a leadoff single for Figner. Pirelli probably kicking himself after he couldn't make that play, and the leadoff guy's aboard for the 2nd consecutive inning.
That was ruled an error. There's an error up on the scoreboard
designated hitter, Luke Douglas.
for Steinert. Wait. Okay, because I'm getting confused too with the scoreboard. Yeah, Steinert's got the error, and yeah. But then, wait a minute. That is our 2nd hit there. Okay. Yeah, this scoreboard's going to drive me crazy.
I was talking to Brianna. I was like, my one goal is to not say the wrong, like going in the bottom or the top of the inning.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Fly ball towards the alley to Francis going over. Great closing speed to make the catch.
Yeah, great closing speed, and that ball just kind of hung up there. Looked like it was going to go down, and it just sort of stayed up. Gave to Francis a chance to run under it.
Luke Douglas is retired on 1 pitch. And that brings up the 2nd baseman now, Dan Popovich. No relation, I believe.
Tom McCarthy is proud of his alma mater's logo. Says they have the greatest logo ever.
The MLB team that they, I guess, kind of stole it from is going to be in town facing the Phillies this weekend. Throw over, check on the runner, and Figner is back with a dive. Dan Popovich, .265 hitter. First pitch he sees. The fastball just high, according to the home plate umpire. Popovich hitless in his last 6. He's really been struggling. 0 for his last 14. That was after recording a hit in 11 of the first 12 games he played this year. This one's fouled off Condurso. It's 1-1.
Yeah, these are the guys you got to get. I mean, when you have a breather in the lineup, statistic-wise at least, you know, you want to make sure you can get them because you got enough heavy lifting to do with those 400 and 500 and 390 hitters.
That one's in the dirt. Nice block by Condurso, kept it in front of him. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Popovich. Senior 2nd baseman for Evan Rizzatello's squad.
Yeah, Evan Rizzatello's been there for a long time. Not sure how long, but long.
2-1 pitch. A shot towards right. Pirelli started in, now goes back and makes the grab. Seen a lot of balls hit in the air today, Fish, through the first couple innings.
Yeah, and they're kind of jumping off the bat and then just sort of staying up a little bit. Looked like he made pretty good contact going the opposite way there, and that too just hung up. And probably a good thing because Pirelli, like you said, broke the wrong way for a second and then recovered quick enough.
Well, now of the 11 outs that have been recorded in this game, 7 of them are through the air. A throw over to first, and back in time is Figner.
Just one strikeout so far.
Batter now, Gavin McHugh. Sparse playing time this season for McHugh. Just 13 qualified at bats. He takes a slider outside, 1 ball, no strikes. McHugh 4 for 13 this year. He's stolen 3 bags. Hit pretty well out towards left. Green's going back. It's going to be over his head. It's going to be a one-hop and roll towards the wall. Green gets it in quickly. Figner's getting the wave. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw is a bit offline. Going to third is McHugh. He's in there safely. And it's a 2-out triple for Gavin McHugh. And he doubles the advantage. It's 2-0.
He just put a charge in that. You could tell off the bat that thing wasn't hanging up, and that was going deep. Turned on it, and I'll tell you what, though, I think a more accurate relay would have been a play at the plate for sure, because the throw kind of beat him, but it was up the line, it was up the first baseline a little bit, and nothing they could do about it.
This is a very powerful Brick Memorial lineup. That one off the bat, didn't think it was going to go out, but it was struck pretty well, and now Tyler Garbushian, the leadoff hitter. First pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes.
Not sure I'd give him a triple on that. Wouldn't you give him a double and he took third on the throw?
Depend, I guess, if he had stopped at second originally.
Yeah, I think when the throw came in, he started to head third.
I'll have to check the official scoring.
And who might that be?
It's our PA guy. 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
What would you give on that, Mike? There you go.
All right. He sided with me on the pronunciation. He sides with you on the official scoring. 1-2 on the way to Garbushian. Over towards first and right at Peter Simone to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits again for Brick Memorial. We're on to the third. They're on top 2-0 here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinal.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports in the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. Italian People's Bakery on 63 Butler Street is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon, the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Haldeman Ford has it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles as well. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And it's almost that time. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300.
Just so you know, the winner of this game will come back Tuesday and play Middletown South. If Steinert wins, they would be at Middletown South. If Brick Memorial wins, Middletown South will be at Brick.
Middletown South, the reigning Group 3, Central Jersey Group 3 runner-ups.
You could be a reigning runner-up.
Yeah, you'd be a reigning runner-up, and had they been in the same spot they were in last year this season, you can make the argument they would have won it all now with Allentown out of Central Jersey 3.
Okay.
Giolella bounces it out to shortstop. Garbushian's got it and gets it over to first in time for the first out. Tell you what, this infield, which obviously very well manicured here at Steinert. You don't typically see some of the rough hops that you're used to seeing at some other ballparks around the county. The Mustangs, they've handled it real nicely, and they seem like they've got all their fundamentals down on this infield.
Yeah, they look very good defensively for sure. Anyhow, that will be the one semifinal. The other semifinal we will have here for you on WBCB on Tuesday. Lawrence, fourth-seeded Lawrence, will be headed to top-seeded Northern Burlington, and that will be a huge test for the Cardinals.
1-0 pitch to Marr is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Jace Marr this year hitting .319 out of the 9 spot. Works himself ahead in the count now. 2 balls and a strike. Mari went 1 for 3 with a pair of RBIs on Tuesday, the second multi-RBI game of the season. In fact, the other one, it came against Robbinsville in the CVC quarterfinals. Right back where it came from for a 1-out single. That one was smoked. Probably the hardest hit ball of the day for Steinert. And Mar's aboard with 1 down for the top of the order and Dom DeFrancis.
Now batting for the Sparks. Number 15, center fielder, Dom
Steinert getting base runners for the second straight inning. Well, 8 base runners so far.
And Fish, I just noticed, so Dom DeFrancis, he walks up to Kickstart My Heart as his walk-up song.
Yes.
As somebody who spent their fair share of their spring semester at Sonny Patero Field over at Ryder. Same walk-up song as MAC Player of the Year Joe Tiroli, former Pennsbury product, as DeFrancis gets plunked with the first pitch. And so now 2 on with 1 down.
And he did not try to. We had said that because Condurso tried like heck to get out of the way of the pitch so he could score a run. DeFrancis did not even attempt to get out of the way there. He just sort of turned a little bit and took it, and Steinert's got something cooking.
The batter's Joey Ditta. Flew out to center field back in the first inning. He's now 0 for 7 all time in this Central Jersey Group 3 tournament. Well, if he's able to pick up his first hit here, it'd be a big one, and he swings at the first pitch and bounces it foul.
Yeah, Steinert has fallen on hard times in the state tournament over the past decade or so, and we're really trying to get on a run at the right time and get deep into this tournament.
0-1 pitch, we'll have to wait. Yeah, Steinert, they've only been past the quarterfinals 1 time since 2012, and in that span, they've had their fair share of chances, 5 20-plus win seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they've been a high seed a lot of those times, a 1 or a 2. Got sent home early, so sometimes you never know, you know. Sometimes you come in as a high seed and you're out. Other times you come in as a low seed, but you're playing pretty good at the time and you make a run. It's almost like you see in MLB. Whoever's playing well at the time is a team that's got a good shot.
Yeah, and there certainly have been their fair share of upsets in this tournament, which actually makes it interesting because around New Jersey and all of the 16 tournaments that are being played currently, in the first round, the top 2 seeds, the 1 and the 2 seed, went a combined 32-0.
Wow.
No upsets at the top of the brackets. 0-2 to Ditta, inside off the glove of McGlynn, but he's able to chase it down before either runner could advance.
Yeah, fortunately for McGlynn, he steered it toward the third base side instead of the first base side, because runner would have definitely had a shot at going up that time.
So the count, a ball and 2 strikes on Ditta. Steinert down 2-0 here with 1 gone in the top of the third. Bouncer off the plate, charging it is Pernick. His only play is to first, and the throw is just in time. Got Ditta by a 1/4 of a step for the second out.
Yep, and now even the pitcher could field his position here. He got off the mound quick. He knew he had to hurry, and he made a good, strong throw.
Hitter, number 24.
So now Caden Hurley, 2 gone, but 2 in scoring position. Tying run out there at second base. Hurley, he flew out to left field back in the first inning.
That was a razor-close play at first base for sure.
Hurley takes a fastball on the outer edge for a called strike. Do think they did get Dida just in time. Nice call by the base umpire, who was standing inside of second base to make that call.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't have 4 umps for these games, though, just to have a guy with a closer look at every base. I mean, I'm not saying that was the wrong call. It wasn't. But it's just, when you have bang-bang calls like that, it's nice to have guys closer on the scene.
0-2 pitch, fastball high and wide. The pitch before that, I think Caden Hurley probably wants back. It was a hanging slider. Perdix hung a couple of them. Steinert's gotten just underneath a handful of these pitches. Ball and 2 strikes. Hurley wants time. Fish, I'm glad you mentioned the whole 5-run thing earlier. Steinert this season, when they score 5 or more runs, they're 12-0. And they're 2-12 when they score under 5. That's the goal for the Spartans in this one. Hurley looking to bring them closer to that goal as he works the count back even.
The so-called magic number.
Yeah, I mean, when you're undefeated and it's over 80% of your wins are scoring 5 or more, that certainly is a magic number for sure.
Right.
Runners on second and third. The 2-2. It's another hanging breaking ball, and he just gets a piece to stay alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you have a pitching staff that has a team ERA, I don't know if it's still under 2, but for lots of the year it was under 2. And you're saying, how is this team not winning? Oh, it's because they weren't hitting. And now they're not.
2-2 pitch. Slider down low. That's a heck of a take.
Good take. I mean, they're not crushing the ball, but, well, they are. They're averaging 5 runs, and they're winning. They're playing 770 ball.
Jace Marr at third, Dom DeFrancis at second. Good at bat by Hurley so far. The 3-2 on the way. Up the middle, that's going to be scooped up at second by Popovich, and he makes the play.
That's a tremendous play right there.
That ball was ticketed for center field, and Popovich was able to get the glove on it and keep his team in front 2-0. That's where we stand as we go to the bottom of the third here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton on 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai Kona, Palisade, Tucson, Santa Fe, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. No one has the selection or the special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars. If you were ever thinking of a new car, SUV, or EV vehicle, now is the time to buy at Hyundai of Trenton on 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. And Chris's Auto Body has been offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple, from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris's Auto Body works with all insurance companies and provides a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. You can visit them at one of their 3 locations in Fairless Hills, Lambertville, or New Hope. Chris's Auto Body wishes student athletes a successful and safe season.
Hey, I got to tell you, I think the majority of the people here thought that ball was going up from the middle for a 2-run single, but Dan Popovich was not one of those people. He just went ranged deep to his right and just stayed down on it. And Caden Hurley, not the most fleetest of foot, and he got up, saw he had time to get him, and got him by about a step at least. And, I mean, hey, look, these guys are throwing the leather at Steinert right now. Throwing a guy out, stealing to get out of the second inning, making a great backhand play for the third out in the third inning.
Count now, 1 ball, no strikes on Joe McGlynn. Yeah, Brick Memorial entered this game ranked 17th in the state by NJ.com as McGlynn flies it to left. Eric Green back a few steps to put it away for the first out.
Just got under that one.
So 1 down. The batter will be Dan Golembieski.
Now
You don't get in the top 20 in the state just through your offense, and obviously this is a very talented Mustangs offense, but you got to be well-rounded as a team.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're seeing it right now, Brick Memorial. They've got it all, pitching, hitting, and defense.
Yeah, I mean, some teams, they have good pitching and good hitting, and their pitching strikes out so many people that sometimes it's, you know, you can get by with a little bit of a leaky defense. But from what we've seen so far, these guys are solid in every facet right now.
1 ball, no strikes on Golembieski. Now 2-0 as that slider tails down and away. Singled and drove in a run back in the first.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say Dan Golembieski picked up his 50th career hit on Tuesday against Freehold Borough. And now ahead 3 balls, no strikes.
I'm just wondering, you talk about Steinert last time they got to the semis. When's the last time Brick Memorial got to the semis? Did you see that at all?
This is their first time in the sectional quarterfinal, in fact, since 2013. That's when they went to the Central Jersey Group 4 final.
Okay.
Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Brick Memorial's kind of been in the same deal as Steinert. They haven't had the same amount of success over the last decade, but they've really struggled in this in any sectional tournament.
Yeah.
As that one's over at the knees for a called strike. Yeah, they had lost 10 consecutive sectional tournament games before Tuesday.
Really? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't realize I was doing this game until last night when my other game got pushed. And I didn't have time to do the extensive, exhaustive research that you always do. And that's an interesting stat right there.
Well, how about this? So, in fact, in the last 3 seasons, which is when they moved from South Jersey Group 4 up to Central Jersey Group 3, they've been the higher seed in all 3 first-round games and have been upset at home all 3 years.
So really, you're looking at 2 programs really, really hungry for state tournament success.
And the winner of this game gets the 6th-seeded Middletown South. That game we believe will be next Tuesday, but with the weather these last really few weeks, who knows?
It's been brutal.
3-2 pitch to Golembieski, swing and a miss, and Samanka's pumped up after that, as well he should be. Gets the Penn State Berks commit to strike out.
Well, we thought we were going to have Steinert softball today, but their next round opponent got pushed back to they had to play today, so that game got pushed to Monday. So a lot of pushing and shoving around with these games.
First pitch to Braden Nalducci's down and away. Instead, we're across the field here at the baseball diamond.
Yes.
Steinert softball, they're going to play either Matawan or Middletown North on Monday.
Yep.
1-0 pitch popped straight up, a mile high on the infield grass. Joey Ditta calmly settles underneath it. That's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Chris Samanka. Gives a dap to Condurso as they walk off the field. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the 4th, 2-0. Brick Memorial on top.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
The best team in Mercer County is the Mercer County Republican team supporting the student athletes in tonight's game. Your official candidates for the 14th District are Marty Flynn and Joe Stillwell for State Assembly, Shaolin Brown for County Clerk, for County Commissioners A.J. DeFalco and Dan Hanley. Hamilton Township Council vote for Sean Lucas, Rich Balgoin, and Noah Barnez. This is the team that supports the youth of Mercer County and hope that you enjoyed tonight's game. Proceeding paid for by the Mercer County Republicans. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. We would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. Proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. We go to the fourth, Steinert trailing 2-0 on their home field as the road team in this sectional quarterfinal matchup, and they're going to send the middle of their order, Jack Pirelli, Eric Green, Peter Simone, 4, 5, and 6 to the dish against Zach Pernick, who's so far so good for him. Sophomore has gone 3 shutout innings without a strikeout.
Yeah, I mean, Steinert's making good contact, but Pirelli's,
Pernick?
Pernick is making the pitches when he has to. And as we mentioned, getting some pretty good, solid defense behind him. Good game. It's a very good game so far.
Jack Pirelli, he's got one of the 2 Steinert hits to this point. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. Mentioned his last time up, he extended his hit streak to 7 consecutive games. That one tails down and away. It's 2-1. Longest hit streak of Pirelli's career. He's now 12 for 22 during this stretch. 6 runs batted in. He's got 4 multi-hit games during this span, looking to make it 5 today.
Come on, Pirelli!
That's a 3/4 swing. He went around.
Yeah, he
It's
did.
2-2.
Pernick likes to go quick.
He's ready.
Most good pitchers do.
Swing and a miss. Pirelli down on strikes. First strikeout victim of the day for Pernick.
Got him on a breaking ball.
Pernick is very similar in terms of how quick he is once he gets the ball to Mason Grant, who was just getting it and going.
Oh,
on
Mason
Tuesday.
Grant is unbelievable. He's like
Green.
the ball is coming back to him, and he's already getting into his windup.
First pitch to Green is down and in. Yeah, both Pernick and Mason Grant, if they do continue their careers at the collegiate level, they're going to have no problem with the pitch clock.
I don't think Mason is. I talked to him. He said he didn't think he was going to do anything, but you never know. Things could change.
1 ball, 1 strike. And Grant, certainly, if he were to continue, he could be a valuable asset, of course.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch is over on the outside part of the plate for strike 2 for Eric Green. He grounded out to third base his last time up. Pernick working quickly, the 1-2. Same pitch as the first one. It's down and in for a ball.
The concern here, if you're Steinert, is, the last 2 innings you've had chances. You've left runners on third both times. And, these good pitchers, we say it all the time, get them early because they'll start getting into a rhythm and getting into a groove. So when you have those early opportunities, you got to really try to cash in on them. And, he looks like he's in a pretty good rhythm now. He got his first strikeout. See what happens on this pitch.
Popped up, foul territory off of first. Golembieski makes the grab. Quickly 2 are gone, and now it'll be Peter Simone. That's now 4 consecutive batters set down
Number 60,
by Pernick,
Peter Simone.
lowering that ERA. He came in at 180. Simone, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Calling it off is the left fielder McHugh, and he makes the grab, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Second 1-2-3 inning of the day for Zach Pernick. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Brick Memorial on top, 2-0 here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. The staff of the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports in the WBCB Sports Network. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. They're located on 63 Butler Street. The Italian People's Bakery is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon, the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. That's this upcoming Wednesday. You can catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300.
Well, looking around other Mercer County teams, there's only one. Well, let's see. You got Steinert is left and Lawrence is left. And then yesterday in Group 2, Central Jersey 2, Robbinsville edged Manasquan 3-2. Bordentown took a 5-4 win over Allentown. So, you know, even though it's not an all CVC matchup, Bordentown will visit Robbinsville Tuesday. And, you know, Bordentown's the next town over, so it's still considered a kind of a local matchup. Heightstown losing a tough 5-4 game to Montgomery, so they're out in Group 4. And I'm not sure how Notre Dame did yet today.
Jimmy Pop is the batter here. This one's skied in the air. Into foul territory. Condurso off with the mask. He puts it away. I'll tell you what, you see at the end of every infield-outfield practice that these two teams take before each game, Brian Giolella for Steinert will always give his catchers those high pop-ups. And that's exactly why Condurso was real calm, cool, and collected having to go over on that.
Yep.
Although sometimes Brian Giolellas aren't as clean as that. Sometimes he has to send Condurso out to the pitcher's mound. So one away, the batter's Michael Figner, who singled and came around to score in the second inning. 1-0 from Samanka, bounced foul.
Still have not seen a final here for Notre Dame Donovan Catholic. They played at 2 o'clock today over at Mercer County Community College.
1-1 up and in. Ducking out of the way of that was Figner.
I'll tell you, you gotta give a little shout out to Brook Memorial too, because not every team will give up a home game. You know, even though they're still the home team, a lot of teams will say no. You know, we're playing on our field and that's it. Unless their schedule just wouldn't, you know, maybe they had a prom or something. I don't know, you know, but it's rare you see a team in such a game of such magnitude agree to go to the other team's field, especially when you got a 40-minute ride. It's not like Hamilton West saying, all right, we'll come over here and play Steinert.
2-2 to Figner is tipped foul. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. They do have a nice facility over at Brick Memorial as well. Battle of 2 teams with really great ball fields.
Do they have a Tom McCarthy press box over there like they have at Trenton Thunder?
It's a great question. If we were to have had to make the trip out there today, we could have figured it out.
That's right. That's right.
2-2 pitch to Figner is foul tipped off the glove of Condurso.
I almost said Tom McCarthy Memorial press box. I'm not trying to put him in the ground too early here.
T-Mac will very well be on the call tonight for Phillies Brewers.
Yeah.
At least we hope. He's still got to make it through the next 2 hours, I guess, before first pitch there. 2-2 is hit well towards left. Green going back and to his left. Reaches out and makes the grab.
Wow.
He went back a little lackadaisical on that. Just stuck his glove out at the last minute.
Yeah, he just kind of picked it up like he was shagging
Field
flies
batter
in
for
batting
Memorial,
practice.
Number 20, designated hitter, Luke Douglas.
Like, yeah, I got it.
Well, in a state tournament game like this, it's not how you make the outs, it's just that you make the outs.
Make the outs, yeah.
Any way possible. So far, speaking of making outs, how about Chris Samanka? Ever since the first couple of innings, he limited the damage there, and he's been able to cool off a red-hot Brick Memorial team.
Yeah, he's set down 6 straight so far.
The pitch to the designated hitter, Luke Douglas, is taken high for a ball. Brick Memorial comes into this one. They've won 3 in a row and 7 of their last 8. 25 runs over their last 3 games, including 10 in their Mercy Rule win over Freehold Borough on Tuesday. Won that game 10-0. To Douglas, his line foul. A great job by Mike, our PA guy, not flinching on that.
He's a veteran.
You can tell he's been here for a while. Not scared of that. He's got the netting. He's got the window open, so just one layer of protection. We've got 2. We've got the windows closed over here on our side.
He's been here for a while, all right. Forever and ever.
It's a good thing that last foul ball wasn't about 5 feet over to our left, because I know our cameraman, Gus Barber, would have been ducking out of the way.
Wow, Jordan just throwing zingers out right and left here.
A 3-1 is popped up foul over the press box. Gus has to duck out of the way because he's got to protect the moneymaker.
Oh, is that what it?
That's why.
Okay, I got you.
Not because he's scared. He's got to do everything he can.
I am wondering where Tony Piscott is. Did he marched in the Memorial Day parade Monday? Did that wear him out? I mean, is he just too tired to make it?
3-2 is upstairs. It's a 2-out walk issued to Luke Douglas. First walk of the game for either side.
Yeah, never fails. We say he's retired 6 in a row. Boom, a walk.
24, second
And
baseman
people
Dan
think the
Popovich.
announcer jinx is all.
Yep. Keith Noonan says there is no such thing, but I don't agree with him.
Well, we'll have to drive down to Southern Maryland to argue with them.
I'm going to tell you something. Barbara and I were at the Hamilton Lawrence game. What was it? Last Saturday, and took an hour for the first 4.5 innings, right? And Barbara says, "Moving right along." I went, "Oh!"
Kiss of death. I've done that before, and you've gotten on me for that.
Yeah. Well, it took 1 hour for 4.5 innings. It took 1 hour for 2.5 innings after that.
1-0 up and in. Throw from Condurso, not in time. Bang bang play out there at second, but Douglas swipes the bag. Stolen base number 81 on the season for Brick Memorial, this being their 27th game.
Yep.
It's 3 a game, exactly.
And that is for Douglas his 10th. So now they have 4 guys. Wait. 12.
It's a good thing we've got a meeting at the mound here, Fish, for you to do the math.
No, I thought they had 2 guys with 60. Okay, 3 guys. Oh, no, I'm looking at walks. 1. Never mind.
We need this meeting to continue to extend.
Yeah,
they have 2 guys who came in with 16, but Garbushian has moved up to 17.
Right, and Douglas has 10. So that's 4 guys now in double figures in stolen bases for them.
Yeah, Braden Nalducci, he's got 16. Jimmy Pop has 15. It's a good thing that Rich Giolella took long enough out there to allow you to get all the stats right before we get back to action.
You mean Rick Freeman?
Or Rick Freeman.
Or Brian Giolella, one or the other. So anyhow, when I told Barbara she should never have said that, she scoffed for a minute. And then by the time the game was over, she went, "Okay, I see."
2-0 pitch is shot towards center field off the bat of Popovich. It drops for a base hit. The throw's going to be cut off, and then no throw back home. It's a 3-0 ball game as Dan Popovich with a 2-out single. As Brick Memorial continues to extend their lead. The announcer jinx continues to hold true, right?
I'll tell you what, they're cashing in. They're cashing in on their chances. They haven't gotten a ton of chances, but when they've gotten them, they've converted on them. A couple of 2-out RBI hits. Those are always backbreakers. And yeah, here you have 2 outs and nobody on. You get a walk, a stolen base, and an RBI. That's manufacturing run right there.
Now the batter's Gavin McHugh, who doubled his last time up and drove home a run. Pitch up and in. Condurso fakes the throw to first.
You know, these guys, they've gotten these runners out in scoring position, and they brought them home.
We talked about the speed, right? The stolen base ends up leading to the run.
Yes.
You're stealing 3 bases a game. You're going to manufacture a bunch of runs that way.
I mean, they're showing a little bit of everything they got in the bag today. They showed their power with McHugh's monster double. They're showing their speed. They're showing that they can make contact. They're showing they can play defense.
It's a really well-rounded team. And after they beat Red Bank Catholic in the Shore Conference title game, it was Braden Nalducci who was speaking post-game to Jersey Sports Zone. And he said he thinks Brick Memorial could be the best team in their county. I think he's got an argument.
Well, that's saying something. That's a good county. I mean, you're talking, you got teams like CBA. County or conference? Shore Conference or?
He said county.
County, okay. I always get confused what county each of these.
2-1 pitch is grounded off the leg of McHugh. That one really got in his kitchen. In fact, if he didn't swing at that, it might have ended up hitting him.
I guess these guys must be in Ocean County, Brick, and Red Bank is in Monmouth. I know Red Bank won the Monmouth County tournament, and CBA's in that tournament. So, yeah, that Shore Conference. I know what teams are in the Shore Conference, but when it comes down to what counties each of them are in, I get a little confused.
Let me correct myself. Nalducci said he thinks Brick Memorial could be the best public school in the county, which would still be very impressive.
Yeah.
And he still certainly has the case. Up 3-0, the offense hasn't really exploded like we're used to seeing, but they're just doing all the little things right. 2-2 pitch to McHugh, bounce towards third. That's just foul.
Ooh, that was close.
Probably wouldn't have scored the runner from first, but it most likely would have put 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Smonka's got to kind of limit it here. I mean, you know, they're building a little bit of picket fence of runs here, 1-1-1 with a 0 in the middle there, but you know, you can't let them get too far ahead. You got, what, 9 outs left.
This one's flied towards left, not as deep as the last one, although Green started back. Now he comes in, he lays out.
Wow.
Did he make the catch? Still no signal. Now we've got one, and it's an out. What a play by Eric Green. What a recovery.
Yeah, he had to make that a great play, as he did he did misjudge it there for a second, but then he came in and laid out for it. Great diving catch to save some trouble there.
Samanka and the defense limit the damage. We'll go to the 5th. Brick Memorial on top 3-0.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Chris's Auto Body has been offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. Accidents are an inconvenience, and Chris's Auto Body goes out of their way to provide minimal interruption. Visit one of their 3 locations in Fairless Hills, Lambertville, or New Hope, and Chris's Auto Body wishes student athletes a successful and safe season.
Leading off for the Sparks.
Yeah, I just looked at the Monmouth County tournament bracket, and Brick Memorial did not play in that, so I would think if they were in Monmouth County, they would have played in that.
Or else they would have had to take it up with whoever coordinates all that. Imagine if they played in Monmouth County and they were just left out of the tournament just because. The first pitch to Vinny Conderso is on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Steinert trailing 3-0. We go to the 5th. Offense has yet to figure out Zach Pernick out there on the bump. He's through 4 scoreless frames. This one's lined and caught by Garbushian. Man, Brick Memorial just continues to flash the leather. It seems like every inning they're making a tough play look easy, and there's one down.
Yeah, I mean, well, they had it easy last inning, a strikeout, a pop out, and a fly to left, but you know, they had to get the
second baseman.
they had to get the great play from Popovich in the 3rd, and then they just got a great play there from Garbushian. Is it Garbushian or Garbushian? How do you say that?
I've been saying Garbushian because the double O.
Garbushian, yes. Oh yeah, it is double O. I just kind of scribbled that in there. Yeah, I mean, these guys have...
0-1 to Giolella taken for a strike.
So far, they've played 4/7 of a very complete game.
Check swing, no appeal. Didn't really take the bat too far off his shoulder, did Giolella. Gavin Giolella also swiped a couple of bags on Tuesday. Mentioned that because he only had 1 previously coming into that game. He takes outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that previous stolen base came all the way back in March on opening day.
My goodness.
Count even at 2. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout of the day for Pernick. And there are 2 outs here in the 5th. And now the batter will be Jace Marr.
He's on a little bit of a roll now, 7 straight.
Number 11, third baseman.
7 straight, hasn't allowed a hit since there was 1 out in the 3rd, and it was to Jace Marr.
Yeah, the 4 base runners are 2 singles and 2 hit batsmen.
First pitch to Marr drops in for a called strike. Pernick hadn't hit a batter all year coming into this game, so if the one flaw on him is that he's hit 2 in this one, Garbushian charges this and fires across the diamond in time, and another quick 1-2-3 inning for Zach Pernick. He set down 8 straight Spartans. It's high school. It's time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals in a 3-0 ball game.
Everybody up. Jordan says it's time to stretch.
Gus has been stretching all day.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Best team in Mercer County is the Mercer County Republican team supporting the student athletes in tonight's game. Your official candidates for the 14th District are Marty Flynn and Joe Stillwell. For State Assembly, Shalyn Brown. For County Clerk, County Commissioners AJ DeFalco and Dan Hanley. For Hamilton Township Council, vote for Sean Lucas, Rich Balgoin, and Noah Barnez. This is the team that supports the youth of Mercer County and hopes that you enjoy tonight's game. Proceeding paid for by the Mercer County Republicans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. We'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a large variety of EV vehicles as well. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Brick Memorial on top 3-0 here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals, and a new arm out of the bullpen for Steinert. junior southpaw Frank Mazzella. This season in 16 innings, he's got an ERA of 131, struck out 10 and walked 6, and has allowed 12 hits. And he's on to face the top of this Mustangs order, Tyler Garbushian, Joe McGlynn, and Dan Golombieski. So all in all, not a bad day for Salamanca. Gives up the 3 earned runs in 4 innings, but he worked himself out of trouble, and he was able to limit damage at times and was able to do a pretty good job against some of the bigger power hitters in this lineup as well.
Yeah, I mean, his biggest problem was the 2-out hits at the bottom of the lineup. Popovich, the 8th batter, gets a 2-out RBI single, and McHugh, the 9th batter, gets a 2-out RBI double. So, he handled that, murderer's row top of the lineup very well. He only gave up 2 hits to him, but had a little trouble with the bottom of the lineup.
Count 1-0 on Tyler Garbushian. He's 1 for 2. Pops this one up. Again, a high pop fly. That's been the theme in this tournament, at least for Steinert, as Gavin Giolella makes the catch for the first out. And me and Nick Gallagher, we were talking about it on the broadcast on Tuesday. It seemed like every inning there was a pop out.
Oh, that must have been exciting.
Catcher, number 5.
Me and Nick, we found a way to make it exciting.
Oh, did you?
We think so. The viewers... They think otherwise if we were to poll them.
So I guess I'm boring. I'm not a good pop-up color analyst. Is that what you're telling me?
What pitch here is swung on and missed? Of course not, Fish.
I'll have to work on my pop-up analysis more.
Now, you're already in the Mercer County Hall of Fame.
Can't rest on your laurels, pal.
0-1, line drive left field. Coming on is Green. It's going to drop in front of him. Going to be a 1-out base hit for Joe McGlynn. He's now 1 for 3.
He kind of one-hopped that pretty casually,
Brick
too.
Memorial, first baseman, number 32.
We're going to get a courtesy runner as well for Brick Memorial. Matt McGlynn. There you go.
Yeah.
Brother, courtesy running for brother.
McGlynn.
So you'll have to school me. Just how did you make those pop-ups so interesting at Colts Neck?
We just talked about how it seemed to be happening very frequently. And
you call that interesting?
Well... I
don't think I'm missing out on anything here.
Mentioned how it was probably the most amount of pop-outs we've seen in a game, at least in high school games.
You're saying the same thing here.
Well, today's been a lot of fly-outs. We've seen a lot of balls reach the outfield grass.
All right.
They got him picked off. That's a nice move out there on the mound by Mazzella. But the throw goes into left field. Peter Simone kicking himself after that one, and McGlynn gets out of it. He's safe at second.
Yep. They had him. I am not sure, though. Do you award an error on that? I guess you do. It is a throwing error, but I don't know if you say you can't assume that they would tag him out or not.
I think you got to give an error to Simone on that.
I do, too. But
obviously, if they're able to execute the rundown flawlessly, they're going to get McGlynn.
Yeah, they're going to get him. But then there are people that say you can never assume that the tag will be made. So I don't know.
They're going to intentionally walk Golombieski.
That's probably a good move. That's got to be frustrating for Mazzella, though. Figures he has him. He's going to get out of these. Now he's facing a 2-out, nobody on. All of a sudden, you got first and second, a man on.
And you walk Golombieski, but it brings up Braden Nalducci, despite being 0 for 2. He came into this game hitting .419. Team leader in singles hits. Or I should say second on the team in hits.
Yeah, and you always worry about a guy like that he's due.
Braden Nalducci came into this game riding a 3-game hit streak. He was now 5 for his last 13. In fact, how about this? He scored a run in 7 of his last 8 games.
Okay.
He's been getting on, and they've been driving him in, and now he's got a chance to drive in a run or two. Bounces it out to second. Giolella waits, flips to Ditter for 1, and they're going to have no play. Throw back to third. That was a nice idea, but McGlynn is back with a dive.
Yeah, that was not a double play ball. That ball took a while to get out to Giolella. It kind of was a lot of hops. So, they did the best they could on that.
Number 7, center fielder, Jimmy Pop.
Fielder's choice 4-6. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Jimmy Pop.
Pop's another guy. He's pop out, right? Look, see the way I can make pop out seem funny?
He's popped out twice, in fact.
Jimmy
He's
Pop Out.
living up to his namesake. Well, he's talked about how he has pop in his bat. Oh, they nearly had the runner picked off over there at first.
He's got that good lefty move. Brian Giolella going out to have a talk with him. I don't know, maybe he sees.
He's getting out there really quick, too.
Yeah, I don't know if he's worried about. I don't know why he's out there. Whole infield's coming in. At first, I thought he might have saw that Mazzella was coming close to balking or something and wanted to run out to remind him. But then when the whole infield came in,
it could still be that, of course, with the runner over there at third. If he were to balk, it would be a run for the Mustangs.
Well, not sure what was said, but I mean, obviously, this is a key time. And these guys have been cashing in. They're not leaving too many runners in scoring position.
Jimmy Pop, who's 0 for 2, got an 8-game hit streak going. Another throw over.
3 guys left on base. Only one was in scoring position. The other 2 were left on first. And when they've had guys on, they got them in.
Pop squares, bunts it in the air, and a nice play by Mazzella to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left for the Mustangs in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Spartans down 3-0 here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. The best team in Mercer County is the Mercer County Republican team supporting the student athletes in today's game. Your official candidates for the 14th District are Marty Flynn, Joe Stillwell for State Assembly, Shalyn Brown for County Clerk, County Commissioners A.J. DeFalco and Dan Hanley. For Hamilton Township Council, vote for Sean Lucas, Rich Balgoin, and Noah Barnez. This is the team that supports the youth in Mercer County and hopes that you enjoy tonight's game. This proceeding paid for by the Mercer County Republicans.
Number 15, center fielder, Dom.
We go to the 6th, top of the order due up for Steinert. They trail 3-0 here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Yeah, it seems like they only have 2 hits.
Francis squares, bunts it back to the mound. Pernick's got it, throws a little high, and it pulled the first baseman off the bag. Man, Golem Bieski, he's got a big frame over there at first, but not big enough.
I don't know. From here, it looked like he held the bag, but, Ump is right on top of it, so he could see it better than I could.
That's what I originally thought too, but we'll mark it down as an E1. And now Joey Ditta. Steinert, they'll take the base runners any way they can get them. Pernick had retired 8 in a row.
You gave it a hit there, Mike? Okay. Oh, wait. Who's putting this stuff up on the scoreboard? They just put up a
Throw over to first, and they got him.
Wow. That just could not happen.
Caught DeFrancis in between steps that time, and he tried the swim move to no avail. And you're right, Fish. That is not going to make Brian Giolella very happy.
No, I mean, geez, oh man. I mean, at the worst time, 6th inning, you lead off, you get on a leadoff man, and
Ground ball out towards short. Garbushian's got it. And one shortstop grounds out to the other, and there's 2 outs just like that. Ends up being 2 outs on 2 pitches.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that would have been a double play or not. Might have been.
And Joey Ditta's struggles continue, and that brings up Caden Hurley.
Now batting for the Spartans.
Well, no, they put a third hit up there on the scoreboard, so whoever's doing the scoring gave him a hit.
That's very Major League Baseball of them.
Yeah, I guess it is. Unless maybe, I don't know, maybe we said we thought he held the bag. Maybe the ump was just saying he was safe and he beat it. You know, could have been that too. We'll never know unless we have the mic, the ump mic'd up.
We can go back and look at the archive of this game on YouTube.
I'm not that ambitious.
1-0 to Hurley is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. I could look it up and text you later tonight. Let you know.
Thank you, my friend.
No problem, Fish.
Well, I got to tell you, Steinert's got to be...
Fly ball, foul off of first, and it's going to reach the fans.
Steinert's got to be frustrated with that pickoff. But, again, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I would have been... Did it look like he just beat the throw when it was a straight throw? So, I don't know if he'd had to do... Might have just been a fielder's choice, but either way, he'd still have a...
Ooh, a late called strike 3 there.
Wow.
That ends up being just a 6-pitch inning for Zach Pernick. He retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Brick Memorial on top here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Go to the bottom of the 6th here in the Central Jersey Group 3 quarterfinals. Brick Memorial on top 3-0, and Frank Mazzella back out for his 2nd inning in relief. He's going to face 6, 7, and 8 in this Mustangs order. Michael Figner, Luke Douglas, and Dan Popovich. Mazzella, he's ready to go.
There's a surprise. These guys...
Oh, we've got a loose baseball on the field. The ball got loose in the Brick Memorial bullpen.
Good call. These Steiner pitchers, a lot of them like to go fast.
Pitch from Mazzella. Fastball in the left-handed batter's box. It's 1-0.
And we've seen Pernick. He loves to go fast.
They've got action down there in that Mustangs bullpen, but Pernick, he's been fantastic. Be a little surprised if they didn't send him back out. This one's popped up, right field. Pirelli comes in, makes the call on the catch, and there's 1 out. But because Pirelli called that, it's a fly out, not a pop out. So
Yes.
Number 20.
Yes, exactly.
Douglas.
Let me see here.
And now Luke Douglas will be the batter. Douglas today 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored.
Wow.
First pitch from Mazzella, up and away.
12 of his 16 outs have been in the air. Two have been strikeouts. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at.
This one's popped up. Going back on it is Simone, and he makes the catch. Just as you're talking about it, Fish. You got to update that math. There's 2 away.
Yeah, I'm looking at Brick, and yeah, 13 now.
Batting for Brick, number 24, second baseman Dan.
13 of their 17 outs have been in the air. And for Steinert, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Batter's Dan Popovich. The 8th hole hitter. I'll mention that he's 8th because I feel left out with Fish talking about all the numbers.
Only 5 Steinert balls have been in the air.
1-0 from Mazzella. It's a little cue shot up the first base line, and it trickles foul. And Simone and Mazzella just practice their exchange over there at first. Count at a ball on a strike. Down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fish, I'll tell you what, if this score holds, Brick Memorial going to be a very tough out over the last 2 games of this tournament because typically they win games with their offense. Offense has been pretty quiet today, just 3 runs, and they've been cruising right along.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen in those semifinals. I mean, you know, Northern Burlington is very good. Lawrence has a lot of veterans on their team, so Lawrence has been through the wars, so that's going to be a good game. I mean, I mean, if these guys can get past Middletown South, if the score holds, as you said, if they can get past Middletown South, that final is going to be a good game, whoever they play. Of course, I haven't seen Middletown South. I mean, maybe that final will be good.
It's now a full count. Well, Brick Memorial, if they are able to advance all the way through the finals, of course, if they were to face Northern Burlington, it would be a battle of the top 2 teams in the power points really the entire way through this season.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, Lawrence, man, they've just steamrolled their competition up to this point. And Northern Burlington, despite being the #1 seed, didn't really dominate Red Bank Regional like you would have thought, as that one's taken up high for ball 4, and they needed a walk-off to beat Brick Township yesterday.
Now batting
Well,
for Brick Memorial.
you know,
Left
these
fielder, number 3,
games,
Gavin McHugh.
again, as we always say, it's not how you win, it's just that you win. As long as they keep advancing, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, do you want to say, yeah, my team's playing as good as they possibly can? Yes, of course. But, you know, when you're saying that my team's finding ways to win without its best game, then that's good too. I mean, right now, Brick is winning. I don't know if you would call it their best game because, like you said, only 5 hits. But good situational hitting. They got the runs in when they had to, and you know, let their pitching and their defense do the rest so far. Steinert's got one last crack at him.
1-0 McHugh is outside. Nope, it's on the outside corner. 1-1.
I mean, it's pretty impressive that Zach Pernick can start that game against Freehold Borough, throw just 44 pitches in 4 innings, and then come back and, you know, throw 6 strong so far in this one. That's a kid you're going to be happy to have for another couple of years.
1-1 pitch is lined foul. It would also be interesting for Brick Memorial. Of course, they have to get past Middletown South first and finish off this game here as well. But it would allow, it would set Pernick up to pitch in the championship game, which for, you would think either Northern Burlington or Lawrence, it would end up being their #2 starter.
Well, I mean, I mean, they got another great starting pitcher. They don't rely just on him. Oof.
Ooh, just back in time was Popovich. You can kind of hear Peter Simone say that they got him. Mazzella's got a real nice pickoff move. He's frozen pretty much everybody that he's thrown over at.
You know, what a great crowd there is here today. Both fences lined all the way down to the way out to almost to the foul poles. By the way, Brick Memorial does have 2 guys warming up in the bullpen, so not sure if that's just in case or if they're going to bring one of them in.
Mazzella ahead 1-2. The pitch. And
Whoa!
no, that one was outside. Condurso was almost out of the home plate circle.
Yeah. Brian Giolella had a few choice words for that one.
It's been a bit of an adventure on the outside corner to some of these righties. There it is. That's a called strike 3. Now McHugh's all upset because he says that was the same exact pitch.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll go to the 7th. Brick Memorial on top 3-0. They're 3 outs away from a trip to the semifinals. Steinert looking to make the comeback when we come back here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Trenton Thunder baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian.
Now, Jordan, I'm confused. They have Brick up there with an error, which the only error I can think of is on that bunt, right?
Yes.
But yet they have 3 hits up there for Steiner. I only have 2 hits for Steiner.
As do I.
So
The first pitch to Jack Pirelli's in there for a called strike.
I'm saying it's 2 hits and an error then. I mean, right? I mean, what else could it be?
Outside 1-1. I think it's got to be the 2 hits and an error.
Yeah.
Maybe the scoreboard operator could be getting confused with the home and road thing. That one's over at the knees. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Zach Pernick still going strong out there on the hill. Making a great case to be our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. Check swing. Pirelli did not go, and it's 2-2.
Now, if you're Steiner, your attitude just has to be one, just get on base. Everybody's got to get on base. Leadoff guy's got to try to get on. The next guy's try to get on. You got to try to get the train rolling, so to speak.
2-2 offering. Shot back up the middle. That's a base hit. Well, there you go. Jack Pirelli starts the 7th with a leadoff single. Steinert ain't done yet. Here comes Eric Green.
All right. Second hit of the game for Pirelli.
Number 8, left fielder, Eric
It's the second time Steinert's gotten its leadoff runner on.
And right now the goal is just try to keep passing the baton.
Yeah. Yep.
Green's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. And now finds himself behind 0-1.
I'm not sure how long or short of a leash that Pernick is on. I don't know if another base runner would mean it or what.
Good looking backdoor slider that time. It's 0-2.
I mean, if you're a Brick fan, you'd love to see this kid get the whole complete game with the way he's pitched this game. Runner
over at first. 0-2 the count on Eric Green. Ground ball towards short. Garbushian's got it. Flip to second. One on to first. The throw's high. I don't think they would have had green anyways.
No, I don't either.
Fielder's choice 6-4 for the first out. That was a nice baseball IQ play that time by Pernick out there on the mound. He went to reach for that baseball and then pulled his glove back, understanding where his shortstop was playing.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jordan. I mean, because if he'd have whacked it, it might have taken a little, wouldn't have gone, would have gone the other way, and you never know. All kinds of trouble could have ensued for Brick. So, excellent point.
Hayden Caruso is pinch hitting now for Peter Simone, and he comes up empty on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Hayden Caruso still doesn't have a hit this year. He's 0 for 31. Looking to break out of that in a big way right here. Chance to get the tying run aboard. Now behind 0-2.
Well, he's got a good hook.
He's unafraid to use it. He's got to be at like 65 to 70% slider right now. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout on 3 pitches of Hayden Caruso. Steinert down to their final out. Brook Memorial 1 out away from advancing to the sectional semis.
Well, I'll tell you, if Steinert loses this game, at least they got to be happy with the way they've kind of finished their season. They were looking like they were just slogging along and not going to do much of anything, and they come in as a 10th seed and they get an upset in the first seed, and finish strong, 7-9 coming into this, 4 out of 5 coming into this. So for the guys coming back, it's a good way to carry over into the next season. And for the seniors, at least they can say they went out fighting, and they did so in this game as well. I mean, there's a 3-0 game.
First pitch here to Vinny Condurso is in there for a strike. Courtesy runner over at first, or I should say a pinch runner, in fact, over at first. Is Chase Porcella. He can get as big of a lead as he wants. Not holding him on. There he goes. Pitch is bounced foul. He'll have to go back, and it's 0-2. Mustangs looking to continue their best season in program history. First 20-win season, and now 1 strike away from advancing to having a home game in the sectional semifinals. 0-2 to Condurso. Down and in, it hit him. Not over yet. Tying run coming to the plate. It's going to be Gavin Giolella. That's the 3rd hit batter of the day.
Yeah.
Second time Condurso's been plunked. Giolella ended up being one of the offensive heroes on Tuesday. And we've got a meeting on the mound. Let's see if that's it for Pernick.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He hasn't taken the ball from him yet.
He certainly earned the opportunity to try to get this last out.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're in a game, a high-stakes game like this, you're not you're not thinking in terms of, well, he earned it. You're thinking in terms of, they got the tying run at the plate. Do I stick with him? And I guess he maybe just asked him, how do you feel?
Second baseman, Gavin Giolella.
Can you get this guy? And so far, he's got a ground out and a strikeout with Giolella.
Tying run at the plate in the form of Gavin Giolella. Got 1 extra base hit on the year. First pitch fastball right down the chute for a called strike. The coach's kid looking to make some magic here in the quarterfinals. 0-1 pitch. On the outside corner, 0-2.
Yeah. Pernick not messing around. He's going right at him.
The 0-2 from Pernick. Inside.
Ooh. Close to hitting him.
Steinert bench thinks so.
Yeah.
He has to stay put. I mean, it was inches away from putting the tying run on base. Jace Marr would be next. And umpires are going to discuss this one. I didn't think it hit him.
I didn't either.
Well, discuss or just say one word. They're quickly back to their respective spots. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brick Memorial looking to make it 21 wins and advance to the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinals. Middletown South awaits the winner of this game. Pernick has his sign. 1-2 to Giolella. Ground ball up the middle. Garbushian juggles it. Can't make the play. Coming around third and scoring is Chase Porcella. Now advancing to third base goes Condurso. Up to second goes Giolella, and the Spartans have the tying run in scoring position.
Well, and that is why baseball is just so unbelievable. What have we been talking about all game? All game, how great this defense is and the great plays that they're making and everything else. And then one of the best that we've seen today cannot come up with that ball to end the game, and the whole thing, the way it rolled and the throw and everything else. And now, yeah, like you said, the tying run out on second.
Steinert is a single away from pulling even. Here's Jace Marr. He's 1 for 2. And he wants time. Zach Pernick still out there on the bump. 3-1 game, 2 outs in the 7th. First pitch to Marr. Ground ball towards short. Garbushian. He's going to get another chance. This time he makes the play. And Brick Memorial, their dream season continues. They're moving on to the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinals. They're going to face off against Middletown South on Tuesday. They got their fans' hearts racing, but Tyler Garbushian makes up for the error, ends the game. They win it by the final score of 3-1.
Yeah, and as much as we've broadcast Steinert games and we would like to see Steinert win if they could and keep moving on, you got to feel good for Garbushian, because you'd hate to see a kid make an error that could cost his team. Then he gets a second chance and he ends the game. So good for Tyler Garbushian. Way to bounce back. Good luck to Brick Memorial and the continued congratulations to him. And congratulations to Steinert on a good finish. And I'm heading down. I will see you guys later.
Well, thank you so much, Fish, for hopping on the call last minute. And Brick Memorial, they get the 3-1 win. It's never easy in these tournaments, especially in high school, right? But they're able to hang on. Steinert's season comes to an end. They finish with a record of 14-13, and they fall in the quarterfinals once again. Today's game on WBCB was brought to you by Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, the New Jersey Education Association, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Education Association, Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Italian People's Bakery, Haldeman Ford, the Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, the Trentonian, Chris's Auto Body, Mercer County Republicans, Mako of Ewing, and Bob Hope's Auto Repair. Brick Memorial picks up the 3-1 win here in the quarterfinals. Their Italian People's Bakery player of the game is going to be their starting pitcher, Zach Pernick, who went the distance. 7 innings, only 1 run. It was unearned, and also struck out 4 in the winning effort. You can find that interview shortly following the conclusion of this broadcast on our YouTube Shorts page. This broadcast that was made possible by our video engineer, Brianne O'Neill, our cameraman, Gus the Bus Barber, and from my broadcast partner, Rich Fisher. My name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.